I'm Tiffany Weeks, and today we are going to talk about the pros and cons of living in Orlando. It's a few things that you know that are common, but a few things you may not have thought about, and they significantly will impact your life while living here. So if you're considering it or you've just moved here, you need to pay attention. One of the pros is education. A lot of people don't realize, but Greater Orlando area has 3 to 4 of the top 100 high schools in the country. Hugely important. And on the top 10, Florida has 7 or so every year. And one of them is in Orlando, UCF. Education is hugely beneficial and definitely a pro. One of them is a no-brainer. We have a huge tax benefit. We don't have state tax, which is fantastic. A lot of people move here, especially the Californians and those coming from New York. You get a huge tax break. And keep in mind, the governor is working hard to try to alleviate some of the property taxes. So there are huge benefits that end up in your pocket in terms of your taxes. Another pro of living in Orlando is that we have a major airport. So you've got to think, we have one of the top tourist destinations in the world. Our airport has some fantastic international routes that are direct. Definitely helps having a major airport in your city. You cannot talk about Orlando and Central Florida without talking about our beaches. Living here means that you have access to world-class beaches, and every year we typically have 4 to 5 on the top 100 list for the country. The beaches are definitely on the pros list. Talking about tourism, we have some of the best tourism in the country, and that means we have a stable economy, and that means there's always something going on in the city. Definitely a pro. We talked about pros, and there are so many more, but let's talk about some cons. One of them is, even though we are the sunshine state and we always have sunny days, we are not very seasonal. So that can be challenging because a lot of the year our weather is hot, hotter, and hottest. Another con is that Florida is huge and it's not fully connected yet. It's not that easy to go from one side to the other. I know they are actively working to solve that problem. And if you're in Orlando, you know how much smaller this state became when the Bright Line connected us down to South Florida. They are working to expand it, but there is still work to do. One of the things that Orlando is actively working to change, but is definitely on the cons list, it's not very walkable. We have so much going on in the city, and it is not a very walkable city. I know that the city of Orlando is making huge investments to fix this, but it's definitely on the cons list today. If you live in Orlando or you are considering moving to Orlando, this con is important. Traffic. You have got to learn traffic patterns because I-4 can be something serious. With one of the top tourism destinations in the world, one of the main states that people love to retire to, and tourism and economy that's boosting, so people legit are coming here in droves. I want to say at one point there was around 1,500 people that moved here every week. Traffic can get a little crazy, so you need to know how to navigate it, what your alternative routes are, and what times to just stay away from I-4. Thank you for staying tuned and listening to my list of pros and cons about living in Orlando. If you have some that I didn't add, drop them in the comments, and you can always check out more information. Subscribe here.